I don't really have any feelings going into this trailer. I don't have any expectations, really. If it's good, I'll be excited. And if it's bad, I won't be surprised. Is that bad to say? Of course, they've had a lot of time to sit on this. I mean, I don't... But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. Also, spoilers, but the characters are dead, right? Both of them? So, I don't know what the movie's about, unless this is like a reiteration of the cycle. We'll see. We'll see. Are you ready, baby? Oh, you're tired. So Savannah's a little bit grumpy because she just got shots. And we'll see how long she lasts. I mean, like, without... Not like she's got her shots. We'll see how long she lasts being happy. That's an important word to add. Oh, he's technically Mexican and 3/4 American, but for 3 generations he's got that nationality. Great-great-grandpa headed south, whose kids had kids then turned around. It's not what the show's about, but it's why he's Mexican technically. It helps that he was raised in New Mexico, lived in Guadalajara for 2 years, speaks fluent Spanish with a bachelor's degree in language, and makes mean taquito. Alright, all my Tech Mixers, we're back with another trailer reaction, because they just dropped the trailer for Matrix 4, and we're going to see it for the first time. What to say about the Matrix franchise? It's an interesting series to talk about, because I think that the original movie is probably one of the greatest films of all time. It's incredible and totally works as a standalone piece. And the sequels, how do you talk about the sequels? The Revolutions and Reloaded, right? Or Reloaded and Revolutions. The sequels, I don't think that the sequels are bad. They just really don't compare to the first movie. They introduce a lot of really interesting concepts, for sure. And I think the problem is they're just not very fun. I think Matrix 2 tried to kind of capture that same spirit of the first one, but really got bogged down in the weeds with the high concepts of philosophy, and it ended up just being too much talking. And there is a lot of talking in Matrix 1, but it all serves a purpose to move the story along. The problem with 2 is a lot of the talking in that one only serves for world building and not to also move the story along. And that's a really hard balance to get right, because you want to build up the world that your story is taking place in, but you can't do it at the sacrifice of the story you're currently telling. And so I will admit it's definitely hard to get that mixture perfect and to be able to have an exposition scene that still drives the story. Very difficult to do, and Matrix 2 falls a little short. I think there are definitely some interesting fight scenes in 2. There's some really cool sequences on the freeway is really cool, and then there's some that fall a little short. Mainly Neo versus a bunch of Dr. Smiths. The special effects in that scene kind of leave something to be desired, which I think they fixed in 3. That the fight scene at the end of 3 is really, really good. Done well. Problem is, it just takes way too long to get there. I think that's the first time you see the Matrix. The entire movie is just for the end. It's been a while. I think there's a little bit before, but yeah, the problem with Matrix 3 is an interesting movie, not an interesting Matrix movie. Most of it isn't in the Matrix. Again, I don't think that they're bad. They just really don't even come close to capturing the magic that Matrix 1 captured, which was really just this lightning in a bottle film. Just this perfect balance of humor, of action, and like terror almost. The agents chasing them are absolutely terrifying. And then you get just a really great hero's journey, and you're really rooting for everyone. And there's betrayal, and it's just a really well-balanced script. And the other 2 films don't have the same delicate balance. Okay, let's do it. Let's see what this is about.
Thomas? You seem particularly triggered right now. Can you tell me what happened?
I've had dreams that weren't just dreams. Am I crazy?
We don't use that word in here.
Have we met?
One pill makes you larger, and one pill makes you small. And the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall.
Time to fly.
And if you go chasing rabbits,
If you want the truth, Neo, you're going to have to follow me.
and you know you're going to fall.
The only thing that matters to you is still here. I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up. You don't know me, no?
When logic and proportion have fallen, so be dead. And the white knight is talking backwards, and the red queen's on her head. Remember what the Dharma
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
Interesting. Interesting. I don't. You okay? You trying to get the mic? Trying to get the microphone? Yep. The visuals look nice. A little updated from the original trilogy. I don't think that the effects of the original movies are bad. I think that they hold up pretty well. This is a little bit more flashy, and we have the technology. Why not use it?
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology.
It looks like they're gonna try and do like a hard reboot almost without entirely throwing the canon away, right? It looks like I guess a soft reboot. That's what you'd call it. Maybe reset his memory or something, but I thought he was dead. I don't know. I don't think that my feelings have changed all that much after having seen the trailer. It's still pretty hard to tell if it's going to be good or bad. I think the only certainty is that it will be interesting. I'm intrigued. I'll probably watch it. I don't really have anything else to say. Yeah, it's hard to say. I think that the quality honestly will really depend on how they justify the characters still being alive. If it's some really dumb reason, it's not going to be satisfying. So it could be the same people, just like erased and rebooted, re-entered into the system. Or it could be like a whole nother cycle. This isn't the actual Neo. It's like his reincarnation or whatever. The new... I don't remember how they talk about it in movie 2, right? This could just be a whole new cycle of the Chosen One, and he's getting memories from the past iteration of Neo. That could work. I think my biggest concern is I don't know if there's really anywhere else for the story to go. And I think that was the biggest problems for 2 and 3, is that Matrix 1 really works as a standalone story. And, Neo almost gets too powerful at the end of the first one. He basically becomes like a god within the Matrix. He can do whatever he wants. He can fly. So I think that hurt 2 and 3 because they had to come up with new threats on an equal scale, and that made them feel less grounded. They had to start working in outside the Matrix story stuff and giving him powers outside the Matrix to keep the power growth going, And I feel like the story has already been told, right? Even if this is a new iteration or a new cycle, like what's left to tell? It's they're inside the Matrix and they're being farmed by robots. Like, how do you have a satisfying ending or climax to this film that is different from the other three and not derivative of them and still satisfying? I don't know. I'm curious to see how they do it. Skeptical. But yeah, I don't really have any feelings one way or the other. It looks interesting. Yeah, that's the only guarantee. I'm sure it will be a very interesting movie because all three of the originals are interesting. Only one of them is fantastic. Also, it looks like they've recast Morpheus, or it might even not be the same character, completely different role. But I mean, there were hints in the trailer that it's the same character by saying, "Oh, you don't know me, but don't I?" It would be a real shame if we don't see, if it is Morpheus and not a completely different character. It would be a real shame if we don't see Lawrence Fishburne, because he's fantastic. The new guy looks fine, and if it's like a reincarnation, sure, but I mean, come on, Lawrence Fishy, baby. I want to see him, so we'll see. That's that. Peace out. I have to go feed this little baby. Bye.